Welcome to the second quarter. Today is Thursday, April the 1st, and we had a new high in the S&P, so that is good news. But the better news, although it doesn't come without bad news, is that the McClellan oscillator took this little jump up into bullish territory today. So the bulls did have a better day, indicates money flowing into the market. But I'll show you another statistic that is a bit troubling. Let's look at the market overall, and we see advancers to decliners 3-1. The Dow dipped at the beginning and then just roared up ahead. And unlike yesterday, all the markets closed with a green candle. NASDAQ was way up over its prior close, and so was the S&P. But look at the volume. The volume in the Dow was low. The volume in the NASDAQ was pathetic. We haven't seen low volume like that in a while, and the S&P. Now let's look at the Wall Street Journal markets page. Issues traded, advancers and decliners. Let's look at the advancing volume. Let's just look at the total volume. Yesterday was 1.24 billion shares. Today was less than 900 million shares. And this TRIN number, the closing arms TRIN, here, this is the description of the TRIN, okay? We've never looked at it before. Advancing issues divided by declining issues, divided by the composite volume of advancing issues divided by the composite volume of declining issues. An arms of less than 1 indicates buying. Above 1 indicates selling pressure. And what was the trend for the New York Stock Exchange? But it was almost 2. That's selling pressure. Whereas a week ago, we had buying pressure. Here's the Dow. Here's today. And a week ago would be, there would be Friday, there would be Thursday. So here we had buying pressure. Here we have selling pressure. Interesting. NASDAQ barely breaking above the cloud. That's a really good sign. And our Chiku span is ticked just above this candle. So that is great. The 8 EMA is up here, but it looks like the NASDAQ, which cleared the 50 today beautifully and had this big gap, looks like it's set up. Look at the stochastic momentum indexes are all in the upward trends. And the S&P closed at a new record high today. So it was the only market that closed at a record high and over 4,000. And of course the Chiku span, look at it. And on a weekly basis, nothing to worry about. Let's take a look at some of our stocks here. The volatility index, first of all, has really taken a drop. And Sentiment Trader today said that when you see this kind of complacency for too long, that means there's too much optimism in the market, and that usually comes back to bite you. So another warning sign is too much bullishness, too much optimism among traders. BLDR up 5%. There we go. There's the big break. There's the buying signal for BLDR. If you want to get into that, there's the buying signal. It's a good stock to buy now. You could add tomorrow, even on a little bit of a pullback, add tomorrow because you've got this 200% that it broke. If it were to come back and test that 200%, that wouldn't be a bad thing. Good stock to add now. ALEC dropped a little bit today, still a strong stock. Apple up 0.7%, still held below the 50. Chiku span in here, right in the candle. So I just like Apple. I added 100 shares on Tuesday, I believe it was. AbbVie up a tiny bit, came down to test the cloud for good measure, and then moved up overall in the day. Now it's trying to fill this bad news gap here. This was news from, I think, from the FDA on one of its drug applications. They just wanted more information. Flat cloud attracted, pulled back, touch, took off. We should expect to see our this stock continue to move forward. IBM only down 3 cents, testing the 61.8%. Caterpillar churning along here, but it's definitely a stock that's going to move higher, particularly with all the infrastructure that's being talked about. Home Depot, just a beast of a stock. Look at that. Wow. 161.8% on this move down and up. That's a beautiful move. The banks today were up. JP Morgan was up. US Bank was up. Square had a good day, only up 1%. Rejection on the 50. So that's a good stock. Look where the Chiku span ended. In between the cloud and the bottom of this candle, the tail of this candle. So the high today was right in here. Let's move our green line up there and show where the high was. And the Chiku span was rejected at the body of this candle. Always a good thing to check. PRG, the Chiku span is always important to check. The PRGS, which we said was going to fill this CD, has continued to move up. I'm about to break even on this stock now. I will definitely be getting out at 47. Flat cloud should attract a test, but we said we would trade the CD. That's what we're doing. We're trading the CD, and it's looking good now. The Chiku span is right in where? Let's bold this up a little bit. The Chiku span is in this candle right here, so it's got some work to do to get out of the cloud, and so PRGS may move slowly towards 47.03. And NEO, last but not least, up above the 20 SMA, did finish, went higher, but did finish down on the day. Sorry, up on the day, 68 cents. Finished here, a little bit up, but it certainly finished lower than its open, right? It opened up here at 41.74 and it closed at 39.66. Any other stocks that we want to take a look at? Let's just look at Facebook. Sono, there's Sono taken off again. Facebook, where are you? There you are. Facebook, let's not show the RSI candles. There we go. Moving off the 78.6. Still not a stock that I'm interested in for a variety of reasons. And Alibaba down. I don't see any attractiveness in Alibaba right now, other than the long-term momentum indicator has bottomed out, and the faster moving looks like it's set to do a reverse and go back a bit lower. That's all for today. The signals are mixed in terms of we had this great advancers over decliners, and the McClellan oscillator that we like so much did break into this territory. Could see a bit of a pullback tomorrow. Equally, we could see us riding up to the overbought line. What would I say if I had to? I would say tomorrow will be a quiet day. A lot of people taking off. Well, it's Good Friday. If the market's closed tomorrow, there you go. In observance of Good Friday. So the week is over. Congratulations, we finished the week on a good note. Let's look forward to next week. Pay attention to the news. Pay attention to what's happening with the politics, with the infrastructure bill. But that will be what's going to continue to drive. I don't think the market is too concerned with corporate taxes.